There's a moment in every health journey where everything stops feeling random and starts finally connecting. This is that moment. If you've been dealing with digestive issues, inflammation, low energy, brain fog, cravings, skin flare-ups, or an immune system that always feels on edge, you're not dealing with a bunch of different problems. You're dealing with one system that runs them all, your microbiome. And once you understand what's happening inside that ecosystem, how those microbes communicate, balance, repair, and respond, your whole health picture suddenly clicks into place. If you've ever wondered why a food feels amazing one day and then awful the next, or maybe your mood swings for no clear reason, or you wake up all puffy and inflamed, your digestion feels unpredictable and inconsistent, your microbiome is the missing link. And this is where things finally start to make sense. Ready to go deeper? Welcome to a video to Recalibrate with Nate. My name is Nate. Welcome if you're new to this channel. This is where we talk raw living foods, gut health, microgreens, hydration, nervous system regulation, and rebuilding your health habits that actually make sense. And if you're already part of the crew, welcome back. All right, before we get rolling, I want to tell you what's happening right now because this only comes around once a year. We are part of what's called the plant-based bundle, and this one is huge. 80 resources, over $3,200 in value, and the whole thing is only $50. Now, Alyssa and I threw in almost $900 worth of our stuff. We've got 12 things in there, so definitely grab it before it ends on December 7th. We've also got a big ebook sale happening, which is 60% off all of our 28 ebooks with the code RAWFOOD60. And our school community is 30% off right now. No code. If you want to, live classes, all the replays, daily posts, challenges, tons of recipes, this is where you'll find us, and you can hang out with us there. It's $33 a month until the end of the year. And if you want easy meal planning, we have a meal planning app that is also super helpful. It builds your week and your grocery list for you. It's $5 a month or $50 for the year. And also a quick heads up, this video is one of the 10 videos that I'm releasing for the bundle. I'm posting them daily during the bundle week, and they'll all be grouped in a playlist so that you can go through them step by step. Now let's look at what your microbiome does all day and why it affects how you feel. Most people think gut health means take a probiotic or don't eat junk food, and that barely scratches the surface. Your microbiome is an entire living ecosystem, trillions of microbes working together like a community, not a supplement. Think of it more like a city than, a body part. You got builders, cleaners, protectors, engineers, maintenance crews, each one doing jobs that you can't do on your own. And these microbes break down food that you aren't built to digest. Humans can't break down certain fibers and starches. Your microbes do it for you, and in turn, they turn them into that usable fuel that we want. That's why we're eating our food, right? They also create essential vitamins. They literally manufacture nutrients like B vitamins and vitamin K right inside your gut. They also produce short-chain fatty acids, which are your body's inflammation regulators. Now, these compounds calm inflammation, repair your gut lining, and help keep your metabolism stable. They also support your metabolism, right? So they influence how efficiently you burn energy, store fat, and regulate blood sugar. They also train and calibrate your immune system. Around 70% of your immune system lives inside your gut, and your microbes coach it on what to attack and what to ignore. They influence your mood and stress response. They create neurotransmitters and chemical messengers that affect anxiety, motivation, clarity, and emotional support. They also help keep your digestion moving smoothly. They regulate motility. They reduce gas buildup, and they keep everything flowing instead of getting backed up. Now, when that ecosystem is balanced, you feel balanced. When it's overwhelmed or underfed, you already know how that feels. Your microbes aren't just there, they're working nonstop, constantly talking, reacting, breaking things down, and running systems you'd fall apart without. And here's what they're doing for you every single day. Number one, fermentation. Your internal energy generator, right? Fiber from raw plant foods become short-chain fatty acids like butyrate, which protect your gut lining. They lower inflammation, stabilize your blood sugar, support brain function, and boost clean, steady energy. This is why fibers matter more than any supplement. If you're low on fiber, this entire system tanks. Your energy drops, inflammation rises, and your gut lining weakens. Your microbes can only produce fuel if you give them the raw materials. Number two would be training your immune system. It's like a 24/7 feedback loop. About 70% of our immune system sits in our guts, right? So the microbes literally train our immune system cells, teaching them what's dangerous and what's harmless. When this communication breaks down, you get more inflammation, more sensitivities, more mysterious flare-ups, and an immune system that overreacts or underreacts. Your microbes are the teachers, and your immune cells are the students. The third would be motility, keeping everything moving. Your microbes talk directly to the gut. Nerves to control motility, which means, how fast your food moves through your system. Low microbial diversity equals slow motility. Slow motility equals gas, bloating, heaviness, and irregular digestion. When your ecosystem is thriving, everything moves the way it should. The fourth would be hormone and mood regulation. Your microbes produce and influence neurotransmitters like serotonin, dopamine, and GABA. These chemicals run your mood, your motivation, your calm, and your clarity. If your mood feels off, anxious, flat, irritable, your gut is part of the story. Not the whole story, but a big one. Fifth would be detox support. Our microbes help break down toxins from the food we eat, the water we drink, the environment, and even our own metabolism. So when they're depleted, detox slows, inflammation rises, you feel heavier, puffier, and more reactive, and your liver gets overworked. A strong microbiome doesn't just digest food, it lightens the load on your whole system. Now, here's where most people accidentally sabotage their gut without realizing it. Chronic stress. Stress hormones shut down digestion and disrupt microbial balance faster than any food can fix. Also, lack of fiber. Your microbes literally starve without it. No fiber, no fuel. No fuel, no healthy ecosystem. Another big one is not eating enough variety. Eating the same few foods over and over shrinks your microbial diversity, which slows everything down from motility to immunity. Overeating. When you overload the system, the food ferments the wrong way, leading to bloating, gas, and microbial imbalance. Another big one is dehydration. Low water means slow motility, thicker mucus layers, and microbes that can't do their jobs. Another huge one, so huge, is processed foods. They're high in additives and low in fiber, and basically the microbial equivalent of giving them like cardboard and stress for dinner. Another huge one that gets overlooked is poor sleep. Your microbes follow your circadian rhythm. Bad sleep throws off the repair cycles, weakens the whole ecosystem. And, let's not forget alcohol. It disrupts the microbial balance, irritates the gut lining, and inflames the liver, your main detox partner. Now, we all might be a little guilty of this sometimes, but snacking all day, right? Your gut never gets a full break. Microbes lose their natural fasting cleanup cycle, and motility slows. Next, you've got inconsistent eating patterns. Your microbes thrive on rhythm. Chaos ruins digestion, energy, and immune signaling. Your microbiome craves rhythm, craves hydration, lightness, and variety. And most people hand it chaos, stress, and randomness, and then blame their body for reacting. Now, here's why raw living foods are microbiome gold. Raw plant food delivers exactly what your gut bacteria live for. Not kinda, not sorta, literally the exact inputs they're designed around, like living enzymes. These help start the breakdown process before your stomach even gets involved. Then you've got fermentable fibers. This is the fuel your microbes turn into short-chain fatty acids, which are your anti-inflammatory powerhouses. Then you've got polyphenols, which are plant compounds that act like antioxidants for you and like growth boosters for them. Then you've got structured water, like when you eat a melon. There's so much water in a melon, and that's structured water. It's different than just drinking water. The hydration inside raw fruits and vegetables absorbs better. It moves through the gut easier and supports motility. And then, of course, it's loaded with minerals, vitamins and minerals, right? And your gut microbes use minerals as like little partners to run the metabolic processes, like tools in a workshop. Then, of course, you've got prebiotics. Anything that you eat that is raw food is a prebiotic. That's the food for the microbes. These feed the beneficial bacteria and crowd out the problematic ones, the more putrefactive microbes. It's also gentle on digestion. Raw food moves through the system cleanly without the heaviness and metabolic stress cooked foods and fats and processed foods create. They have also low inflammatory load. No additives, no heat damaged oils, no irritants, just clean bioavailable fuel. And this is why going raw often feels like flipping a switch. It's not magic, it's your microbiome finally getting what it's been begging for. And when your gut bacteria thrive, you thrive. More energy because you're finally producing clean microbial fuel. You get smoother digestion, less bloating, less gas, more reliable motility. You also get clearer skin because lower inflammation and better detox support show up on the surface. You get steady mood, more serotonin, better neurotransmitter production, calmer nervous system. You get fewer cravings because balanced microbes stop sending emergency, signals to our brain. Yo, feed me some junk. And you also get stronger immunity. Your immune cells get better coaching and clearer communication. Then you feel lighter physically and mentally. Less inflammation on the body means less fog in the brain. Now, this is your body finally working the way that it was designed to work. Your body isn't fighting you. It's talking to you. Every symptom you feel, bloating, cravings, brain fog, irritation, low energy, it's not random. It's not a random malfunction. It's your microbiome sending signals like, feed me better, please. Your microbes need real fuel. Raw foods, colors, textures, fiber, not the same 3 safe foods every day. Or Alyssa likes to say the 50 shades of beige that so many people are eating. Diversity is how they multiply, strengthen, and balance each other out. Now, those little dudes are screaming at you. Give me water. Hydration keeps your gut lining slippery, your motility steady, and your microbes floating in the environment that they need to thrive. They're also screaming, give me rhythm. Your microbiome follows your circadian rhythm. When you eat at consistent times, everything inside you becomes more predictable. Give me fiber. This is their main fuel source. Let's not forget this. And fiber is so many times dismissed in so many ways. Fiber from raw fruits and vegetables become short-chain fatty acids, which is the foundation of low inflammation and high energy. They're screaming, give me prebiotics, which the prebiotics is the specialized fuel. the stuff that feeds your beneficial bacteria directly and helps them outgrow the problematic ones. Think inulin-rich foods, greens, onions, garlic, bananas, and Jerusalem artichokes, dandelion, and of course sprouts. When you increase prebiotics, their food, and the diversity together, your gut ecosystem upgrades fast. They're also screaming, "Give me space to work!" Constant snacking interrupts cleanup cycles. Overeating forces fermentation in all the wrong ways. Your gut needs breaks just as much as it needs fuel. So your symptoms aren't random. They're feedback signals. They're requests. And once you understand the ecosystem inside you and how it responds and how it adapts, how it talks to you, everything feels less confusing and way more doable. Now, this is the moment where your choices finally make sense, where the dots connect, where your body stops feeling like a problem and starts feeling like a partner. And here's what you can do today to support your microbiome and feel a difference fast. Add one new raw plant food to every meal. Doesn't matter what, fruit, veg, greens, sprouts. Raw equals microbiome fuel. Prebiotics. You've got the prebiotics, you've got the probiotics, and then you've got the postbiotics. The prebiotics is their fuel, is their food. So the more raw and living foods, the more prebiotics that you're giving them to work with. And then drink most of your water earlier in the day. Hydrate before meals so that your digestion stays strong and steady. And add one new fruit or veggie you don't usually eat. The diversity feeds different microbes. I can't stress this enough. So many people don't even know what certain fruits and vegetables even are. New foods equals new bacterial growth, especially when you're introducing a variety of these sorts of things. They have more to work with. Now, eat one meal without distraction. No phone, no scrolling. Your nervous system needs calm to digest well. And breathing before you eat, before you even take that first bite, if you could just take 1 minute and do some box breathing where you inhale for 5 seconds, hold for 5 seconds, exhale for 5 seconds, hold for 5 seconds. Do that 3 times. That's 1 minute. That will really calm your nervous system down. Maybe say a little piece of gratitude for the food that you're about to eat. Like there's a lot that goes on to even get the food on your plate, right? Then another big thing would be to leave 3 to 4 hours between your meals. Like give your gut time to finish processing. Now, none of this should really be overwhelming, and hopefully the way that I'm spitting it at you isn't overwhelming, but all of it upgrades your gut environment immediately. Small habits, big shifts. You'll feel this stuff quickly. So now that you understand what your microbiome actually does, here's the next piece you need. Your gut can't do its job if your nervous system is in fight or flight. You can eat perfectly and you can follow every habit, but if your stress response is activated, digestion slows instantly. The next video breaks down the gut-brain connection and how stress shuts your stomach off, and why your digestion crashes on chaotic days, and what emotional digestion really means. Now, if you're watching this in real time, we dive into that tomorrow. And if not, the next video is already waiting for you down in the playlist. Click into it and I'll walk you through the whole thing. And if you want to follow this series step by step, hit subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. All right, I'll see you in there. Love ya.